That's why they look like, because there was a pressure system here and a pressure system over here. That's why it was stuck in the Caribbean for so long and a linger in the Caribbean because it couldn't go there. So they must say, Bumbo Clyde, come out and turn off the hurricane down, they sit down and I move from side to side. At first, I see hurricane happen like this because this is a once in a lifetime weather catastrophe. Something will happen. Nature, bro. The same nature we love how we talk about, oh, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. And Mother Earth do it, brother. It now have nothing to do with cloud seeding, it now have nothing to do with ARP, it now have nothing to do with none of them something there, bro. It now have nothing to do with them something there, bro. Nothing at all, it now have to do with them something there, brother. Why it have to do with we living in a world where the earth get hotter. Because we are because everybody are drive this, everybody want to drive car, everybody want to own a car, the car them put out something named CO2. Carbon emissions. You see the carbon emissions where them put out, it had damaged the earth atmosphere. So all of them car where everybody are drive, nobody no want to take bus, nobody no want to walk, nobody want to ride bicycle. Everybody are drive, all of the smoke them will come out of them car. Nobody no want to drive no little car, everybody want to drive big V6 and V8 vehicle. Nobody no want to drive no little Cherry QQ and a little 2-cylinder engine and a 3-cylinder engine. Everybody want to drive this big vehicle. All of them young we are drive when I have no emissions testing. We are sure about base CO2 in the air, in the atmosphere, where them things are mash up. The industrialization of things that we are do. Where everybody want these want buy clothes off a Shein and them thing they want to buy disposable clothes. Nobody now got tailor go make a one pants and you know see you have one pants everywhere you wear that one pants. Everybody want have change all 3, 4, 5 times for the day. When you want to change 3, 4, 5 times for the day, these things are a factory they're making the factory they're making use electricity. The electricity come from burning of fossil fuels, and the burning of the fossil fuels is giving off more CO2. So the more consumerism that happens in the world is the more CO2 is going to be emitted. Everybody want to go up on vacation, go up on plane, go up on cruise and them thing. More planes are flying, more ships are flying. Everybody want to meat. Once upon a time, when a father or mother did young, I be a cabbage people used to and people used to eat less beef and pork and chicken. The more chicken race and the more carbon. Remember say chickens and cows and pigs and them things, them respire just like we, them breathe in oxygen and put out CO2. So the more cows, the more chicken, the more pigs and all them something we are raised, them are put out more CO2. So the more CO2 and the more carbon emissions that are putting out, they are destroying the world's atmosphere. And the more them destroy the world atmosphere is the more the propensity for all of these something there to come about, hurricane and storms to come about, brother. Zin, so me I beg on please people, please, me I beg on please educate yourself more. If you don't want to read, there are things on YouTube where you can watch. Me not talk about conspiracy theory, me not talk about educational things, me not talk about things that have certified, quantified, scientific things. Tell me not talk about some man that have some hypothesis where them are going to try to use be a different thing to conflate stupidity into one thing to come show us some conspiracy theory. Me not talk about real things. You can sit so and look upon these ebooks that are created for different educational research. You understand me I say? Zin, enough of we out here, we just have make people tell you be a foolishness, brother. The foolishness when people are telling you, it is very harmful, bro. It is very harmful. Curry. I complain, say yo, una dig up the place, I una mine, I una cut down the tree them. A them thing, the man campaign against global warming and preserving the land. If you do not preserve, the more trees you cut down, the only thing we have in the world where naturally get rid of CO2 and carbon emissions are trees. Jamaica have a natural rainforest. The cockpit country in Jamaica have a natural rainforest. And when we go there and we say, okay, we are going to mine out the rainforest, we are going to dig it out because we want backside and we want them things. Yes, backside are going to bring in money. But what is the sense of getting money if you are going to get more hurricane for damage the country? Row at Milan say climate change is a hoax. Me I go give a suck your mother and a black. Thank you very much. Me can't take those people. Somebody say if you ever try farming yet you have to clear land. Alright? You see now farming, bro? When you clear land for farming, you know that there is smart ways to farm, right? And like one time when alright, the people we go back to primary school geography. Back in the days, them used to destroy the trees them, and you see the trees them, the roots them of the tree them. So if a tree might be 20 foot tall, the root system of the tree might be 100 foot in the ground. And you see the root them of the tree, it hold the soil together for prevent soil erosion. When it hold the soil together, when rain fall, no matter how the ground get wet, because the root hold the mud together, you don't have no landslide. You see, the more you cut down trees and get rid of the tree, the root them are go dead. And if the root them dead, then you irrigate it out for create farming land pan the hillside, and you just one time when you just farm and just plant be a tree flat pan the land. When them sets down clear for hillside, them have something that is called shelving. When them a plant pan hillside and a hilly terrain and them something where they leave a row, where them cut out a row and still leave the trees at the edge, and the trees at the edge, they provide the root system for all the trees. So when them a plant on hillside, them plant shallow root fruit bearing trees like coffee and banana and them something them plant on hillside, because the root system of coffee trees and banana trees are extremely shallow. Zine? So you don't need to destroy all of the tree and the root system for get the things them for plant. So when you have plant on inside and plant, those type of crops like coffee and banana are extremely high photosynthesizers. So they clear a lot of oxygen. They create a lot of oxygen in the air. So even when you're planting them things, even though, and these are crops that grow in high altitude. You understand me I say? So even though you do some deforestation, you would deforest based on a scientific method where you quantify and you calculate how much land you're going to deforest, how you're going to deforest the land, and how you're going to set the land for it to reproduce oxygen. You understand? Zin? So you have to understand, so it's not about just cutting down trees or clearing land for farming. There's a science to it. Zane, there is a science to it. So even the farmer, no farmer, where you see a farm now, them learn farming practices from them parents and them something. But they do these things and they don't even know that there's a science to what they are doing. They don't say, oh, some father they do it, or some grandfather. But who it is that your grandfather learned it from? They learned it from somebody who actually know the science of what they are doing. So even though they are doing these things and it works, and you see nature have a way of doing it. You see, if it's not good for the land, the nature will push it away. So you see, once you do it and nature accept it, obviously that means that it is good for the land. I just saw science go ask me why it works, so I don't know. But I just saw things work. You understand me I say? Zin? In Jamaica, we don't have like an advanced industrialized farming complex. Like how America do it to them sets and clear acres and acres and acres and acres of land. You see, alright, out in a place like Arkansas, Utah, and them place in America where them plant corn, where them plant where him again soya bean, and all them places them suffer from something named tornado. When I get tornado in Jamaica, the reason why them suffer from tornadoes in them places, and this is because of them industrial farming complex. You see, because them clear all of them land there, when them clear, that makes the amount of tornadoes that they get in those places more. The heap of flat land, them place the cause for tornadoes even more because of how them farm. So yes, it benefit them to get them plant here, to sell, to make money, but guess what it do too? It cause them to have more tornadoes and it destroys the poorer people them. People, you what? Me have work to go do now. Me there the whole morning, you know. Me say me come for 1 hour, me there for almost 3 hours now. Big up on yourself, thank you very much for tuning in. As me say, people, we need to start pressure the government of Jamaica to orchestrate them hurricane relief So that we can ensure so we can have accountability for everything we are going. Big up on ourselves and big up the people and them way down, the people that we contribute. Just do what we can do for everybody we can affect. The people that out there, just go and hold faith. Whether or not going to hear from the parents, them and the family, go and hold the faith. See if one of us can save, do what we can do, put together, if we can put together to send come help somebody. Love and love alone, you see me?